we cannot succeed in this journey. We cannot succeed in this journey. That needs to be properly understood. What normally happens? Yeah, it is your choice, no problem. So, what happens? It is like I have been giving an example that you don't have a driving license and still you want to drive. So, same thing what happens, we take it so casually, this meditation and mindfulness. Oh, no, 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 close your eyes, focus on the breath. You are in the mindfulness. Done. Finished. So, why the hell those masters went to the Himalayas and spent years? Are they less intelligent than you? Ask yourself. They have written 3,000 texts, they have discovered the principles. Are they less intelligent than us? We need to understand this part. So, once the Patanjali, the great master, explained what he explained, that what exactly is mindfulness in the first four sutras. What he said, the last third sutra, what is the goal of meditation? To discover my real nature. What is that real nature? Or the real self is full of absolute existence, consciousness, and bliss. Means what? To simplify that, how to live and work, how to live and work and think and act 24 by 7 in the state of permanent peace, love, happiness, wisdom. That is the goal. So, what is our goal? Our goal is so simple: focus on the breath, relax. So, use meditation as a pill every day. This will not work. This will definitely not work. So, our goal is how to become a seeker. Seeker means I am eligible and qualified to treat the path of meditation and succeed in it. So, why people succeed within a short period of time? So, the master gives us a clue. By birth, those who are uh, those who have good impressions that carried forward from the previous birth, their mind is very naturally, they withdraw themselves from the world, and by birth they can succeed easily. But if I don't have that aptitude since my birth, then what should I do? Then the master says, Shraddha, Virya, Smriti, Samadhi, Prajna, Purvak, Itaresham. Means I have a faith. I should understand what exactly is the faith. I should have a tremendous energy. I should have a right memory, and I should have an ability to keep my body, breath, uh, balanced so that I can enter into meditation. So now if you have a faith that is 100%, you have energy and enthusiasm 100%, you have a right memory that is 100%, huh? And you are learning from your experiences every day. You remember that is 100%. So it means that you are a highest level of a seeker. Now, all these four traits, they differ in their percentages. Then you are a mild or you are a low level of a seeker. You nod your head with the teacher, yes, 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 but mind is not ready. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes we don't want to agree with the people. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. And the mind says this guy seems to be crazy. It's one normal day to day relationship. Even we do it with a honey. We don't want to enter into any conflict with son in the okay, okay. No, that will not work. So that defines you. You are a low level of a seeker, you are a medium level of a seeker, or you are the highest seeker. Maybe out of respect, you see my beard. Oh, this is the old guy. Say yes to him. But mine inside says something else. It will not work. It will not work for you. That needs to be understood. So, that is what we covered last week. Now, it's a most wonderful principle, and you have to spend a lot of time in contemplation and reflection. Otherwise, there will be a misconception, there will be a wrong understanding, and that will not help you. So, the last principle the Patanjali is talking about, Ishwar Pranidhana Dva. Ishwar Pranidhana Dva. So, why I am saying that you have to take time to contemplate and reflect on this principle. Now I'm translating this principle into English, literal English. So, what he says, Ishwar Pranidhana Dva, means a total surrender to God. You should understand why Patanjali is saying the word God. There are many words that is roughly, loosely translated in English as a God. Ishwar, Brahma, Bhagavan. So don't take it literally. We are going to understand this word in the next 5 sutra. It explains what exactly it means by the God. But here now we will understand this sutra. Ishwar, the word Ishwar has been used at least 5 or 6 times by the Patanjali. So what he says, understand. Now let us understand. Ishwar. Let us take it as a God for the time being. So second word is pranidhanadva. Pranidhanad. So pranidhanad means devotion, dedication, surrender. Does that make a sense to you? Devotion, dedication, surrender. Are you devoted and dedicated to your work? Are you devoted and dedicated to your honey? Now, we have to understand that meaning. Are you dedicated, and surrendered to your relationship? Ask yourself what that means. So there is an element of love, there is an element of emotion. There is an element of emotion. You love for the sake of love. That is your primary consideration. Even if someone hates you, but your mind is very clear that you love for the sake of love. One meaning, one understanding. So now let us go a little deeper. Pranidhana dva. Understand the meaning. That is the beauty. I told you that Patanjali Yoga Sutra means encrypted, zip file, compressed file. We have to open it step by step. So pranidhana dva. So here the word dha means holding on. The mind is holding on the knowledge of the real self. What is the knowledge of the real self? that real self is infinite, all pervading, permanent happiness, love, and wisdom. What we do? We are holding on jealousy, anger, anxiety, pride against people, things in the world outside. Is it not true? So, dha means holding on. Don't keep the mind free, holding on to that real self. How long? 24 by 7. Are you crazy? I cannot do it. Simple question you will ask. You will say that. Now I will ask you, are you not holding on that you are a man, you are a woman? Huh? Are you not holding on to your house? Are you not holding on to your relationship 24 by 7? Do you need to remember? Tell me. Are you not holding on your gender, your age, your beauty, and whatever you think about yourself? Tell me. If you are holding on all the crazy stuff, why don't you hold on one more thing? That I am of the nature of infinity, all absolute, consciousness, permanent peace. Why you are holding on? That I am stressed, I am worthless, useless. I'm always in stress. Master is guiding you that say. Mind is holding on to the real self at all time, even if other thoughts are there. Isn't it not clear? So when the mind is holding on to my anxiety, my attachment, my likes, my dislikes, my gender, why don't you add one more thing? Am I clear? No, I don't have time to keep, to hold on to the real self in my mind, but I have enough time to hold on to those thoughts which gives me stress, which makes me crazy, which makes me anxious. So do it. That is your choice. So the here master is saying all the four sutras above, four different ways of becoming a seeker on one hand, and this sutra on the other hand. If you have that intensity of holding on to the real self 24 by 7, this makes you the highest level of a seeker. So let us open this sutra a little more. Because it has an element of love, emotion. So there the concept, an idea of a God comes. If I say you love space, enter into love with the space, it will not work. It will not work. But if I say, here is an image, and this image represents Shiva. Shiva is the originator of yoga. Shiva is equated as a god. So, can you love that image? It becomes easy. So, I'm also making a statement, but I'm cautioning you. Don't take it for granted until your mind and intellect is clear. What is the word of caution? That Patanjali says, use the word God with its image, with its attribute, as a device, as a tool to enter into the highest state of meditation that leads to awakening. Patanjali is not attached to any God. Don't you use lot of devices in the tools to make your life easier? So he is very clear that I'm not teaching you any religion. So, because I cannot conceive in my mind the real self, which is pure consciousness, it is truth, it is permanent happiness, it is love and wisdom, why not allow my mind to stick to one image, to be absorbed with love, so that I become the highest level of a seeker, to meditate, to reach to a state of enlightenment. Are you getting it? How can you love your honey without shape, size, image? In the beginning, it is not possible. Do you understand that? When you see the car, I love this car. When you see the cloth, I love this cloth. Why I use the example of a car and a cloth and a smartphone and a cap. Jerry and Stephen are, and Sam are wearing. This cap, this car, this cloth will die one day. It is constantly changing. So the Patanjali says, conceive in your mind an image of the real self in the form and the name and the attribute, and then meditate on it. How to meditate? You say, what I am, what I have, what I possess, all belongs to you, Shiva, all belongs to you, Krishna. Any image, all belongs to you, Ganesha. Huh? We talk about elephant god. We have started talking about elephant god in our country. That we cannot do to any person, thing in the world, because that is constantly changing. Yeah, I can say one more thing. There are many formative capacity of the mind, formative abilities of the mind. One of them is imagination. Other is that you love that particular thing. You introduce your mind with love to that person, that image. That's why you say, I love this car, I love this clothes, I love this house, I love this. Are you getting it? Patanjali is going very deep here. He says, you have an image. Okay. Last thing, you have to do contemplation. But yeah, many things. Even in the second chapter, Patanjali, in the niyama, niyama, those who are at the lower level, lowest level of a seeker, he says, Sauch santosh tap swadhyaya ishwar pranidhanani niyama. So he says there are 5 niyamas: purity, purity of the body and the mind, contentment, discipline and education of the mind, self-study, plus this principle. So there he introduces, just take an image, this is the God. And because you are lower level of a seeker, you're not very much interested in understanding what is the word God is. So they say. But then in the second chapter, in the first sutra, he says tapaswadhyaya Ishwar pranidhanani kriya yoga Then he is specifically mentioning when you are a middle level of a seeker, he says self discipline. Understand what is discipline and education of the mind, what exactly is by self study, and this sutra. But in the higher level, he directly says meditation can be perfected, it can lead to awakening and enlightenment if you only follow this step. Ishwar Pranidhanadva. Again, a word of caution that if you say, I have understood, then you are already there. If you have understood what I'm going to say, you are already there. We'll say goodbye today. No more sessions in the future. Why? You are already there. So, what I'm going to say. That is the beauty. So, total surrender to the Guru or that image of a God means what? That is the main thing. I'm answering that question. It means what? As we hire a guru to learn to have a driving lesson, to a swimming lesson, because I don't know, I don't have the skill. So you go to the guru in this tradition also. And that guru learned from his guru. That guru learned from his master. Can you tell me who is the ultimate guru? And where he is located? That ultimate guru is located deep inside your heart. What do you mean? So you are talking to this guru to because this guru is representing your real self. Will you not love your real self? Will you not respect your real self? This guy of the name and the form has nothing to do. He is passing on that knowledge. Did you understand that? That is the beauty of this Eastern wisdom. You don't love and respect the Guru because he is different from you, because he has a knowledge. No, he is representing my real self that I have yet to know. So, what will happen? Your mind will return again and again to yourself, not the God in heaven. We don't talk of the religion. So understand this. Understand. Imagine, picturize, and once you picturize this, you will see, oh, wow, this is what it is. So, what will happen? It came to my mind, and then we will do it. Dattatreya is known as the Lord of Yoga. Patanjali is known as codifier of yoga. Dattatreya, the name of the master, who is known as the Lord of Yoga. There are indirect references that Dattatreya taught Patanjali. Dattatreya also explains the eight-limbed path of yoga, but that is different than what Patanjali teaches. Why I referred the name of Dattatreya? Dattatreya had 24 gurus. One guru was space, other guru was earth, third guru was snake. So is he undermining the importance of a guru? See that? So he explained what he learned from these 24 gurus in order to transform his mind. But again, I am repeating, you are learning from a guru? No. Your mind moves with the love, adoration, respect, that this guy is representing my real nature outside, because he learned from his master, and who is the ultimate master? The ultimate guru, Krishna says in the Gita, is located deep inside your heart. He is the only teacher. That real self is the only teacher of this Eastern wisdom. How to awaken to that? Go into deeper meditation and let the knowledge of the reality is revealed there. In that context, we use the word God, not in context of any religion, cult, dogma, belief. Is your mind ready to communicate with the teacher as if you are talking to yourself? The thing will happen in a day. Let us start our journey of meditation.